Okay. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me switch this out. Snowball. Done. You can hear me? Okay, cool. Alright. Am I too loud, or do I need to turn myself down? Oh, come on. Okay. It does. Is that better? Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's always something. Okay. Okay, that's up, that's up. I think it's feedback from, it's gotta be my freaking snowball mic. Okay. Properties. Yeah.
Take your time, man.
This will be.
Oh, hang on a second. Or is it because the music's playing? I can't hear that sound now. Or is that sound gone? I'm trying to see if you've got the can still hear that fucking sound. No, I can hear it. The music stops. That sound is prominent again. Yeah, I think you can hear both of us, but okay. I can't really tell because of the music.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn music down.
It sounds like me and you were talking. Oh, yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah. You can hear both of us, so you stop the music.
Okay, let me switch it back. Okay, let me switch it back to the game. The live.
It sounds like it's working better now.
Where's that feedback coming from?
It might be, hang on. Might be because I had this.
Now it's gone.
Yeah, it was my noise.
Okay, so I do still need the snowball after all for when I stream. Got it. Note taken. Okay. Okay, is that better, love?
Yeah. Yeah, it was my voice. Yep. Alright, we can hear both of us. They can hear both of us. Cool. Alright, I'm muting the sound now so it doesn't feed back through the microphone.
Okay.
Did I accept the...
You did. You're in here.
I did?
Yeah, you're in
Okay,
here.
that's alright. I just forgot if I did or not because, sorry, I was too focused on helping you sort that out. Is that a new ball?
I appreciate your help.
What is that? Is that a new ball? It is a new ball. What the fuck is it?
It's like,
Oh,
cola.
it's soda.
It's cola.
Yeah, it's soda pop.
Boba Cola, what they've been advertising. Okay.
Okay.
So for all those that
you do
can...
your little intro thing. I'm just going to go to little boy's room.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone.
Talk to the people now that they can hear you.
Hopefully everyone can hear me okay still. I had some technical difficulties that took up most of my streaming time, so my apologies for that. Spooky helped me out with that. So yeah, I'm back in business now. So for those that were waiting around, my bad. But stuff happens. So I'm back in business, and I now know that I need my snowball mic for streaming. So I'm learning. So I'm glad to be back in business. So I'm waiting for Spooky to get back right now. So once he gets back, we'll be balling again. Get my camera thing up on here. That. Okay. All right.
Alright, I'm back. Alright. So the people have heard from the Queen.
Alright.
Technical difficulties seem to be fixed.
Yes. All I needed was my mic.
Yeah. Well, I kept the people as entertained as I could while we were working that out.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, love.
Don't usually like taking over people's streams, but that kind of called for it temporarily. Just so people had a bit of a giggle while we were sorting shit out.
No, you helped me out extremely. Thank you. Okay.
Give the people a bit of a giggle while we were doing stuff.
Indeed. Okay. Note to self. Use snowball extreme.
Yes.
I packed it away. I'm like, I don't need it. I totally forgot. I do need it. Alright. Everything's back in working order. Thanks again for your help, love.
Anytime.
I was telling Spooky that since I've gotten Series X, I feel like I'm in a whole nother dimension. Everything is like more vibrant, more poppy, just beautiful. Very colorful, details I never noticed before when I had the Xbox One. So even when I played Grounded, well, I haven't played Grounded like fully since I got the Series X, but I got a little snippet of what Grounded looked like. Oh my gosh, the details were like fully there. And I was like, I'm in another dimension. Like, this is insane. So even the bugs look all extra shiny and fluffy. I'm like, oh god, I'm like, this is cool. So I'm enjoying my Series X so far. My early birthday present to myself, since my birthday's next week already.
Hip hip hooray! Ho! Hey! Ho!
I know, right? Ooh. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did, boy.
The
Oh,
audacity.
that went down the bloody hole. Down in a hole.
Down in a hole.
It's where the bull rolls. I cannot fly without the moon ball to the sky. Yeah. Down in a hole and I'm searching for my moon ball.
Right. Back in business, baby.
Alright, 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 alright.
Oh. Excuse me. Oh, damn.
Ouch. Right in the kisser.
Right in the kisser.
You got me right in the belly acre.
Oh, I did not mean to throw that. Coca-Cola. Oh, the audacity.
The audacity. As I fly. Fly away, I'm gonna fly back home.
Push somebody. Really?
Ouch! Right in the smush.
Right in the smush.
In the smusher.
Oh my goodness.
More.
4, 3, 2, 1. Blue wins.
Blue wins, baby. Round 2. Fight! Ooh, no, don't like round 2, don't like round 2 at all.
What, round 2? Who's that behind me? Oh, no, you did. Ooh, I caught that one. No, I'm not gonna say it. But you know what I mean. Nah.
Right in the horse! Right in the horse side! Hey, oh my.
No, you didn't.
Ouchie! Ouchie, that hurts. Got me right in the ass. You my.
Goodness me.
she?
You did it.
Oh, hey. How are you? How are you?
No.
Hey, baby.
It's all time.
Dang. You didn't have to hit me like that now.
Ooh. My.
Where'd the ball go? Oh, you're gonna shot. Oh, you got me. You are not. Oh, you're getting physical. Oh, that.
Oh.
What was that? Where you going? Where you going? Yeah, stop out and taking a roll.
That's where I'm going. Oh, yeah. Stuff man. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. You can try. Yeah, yeah.
So. Really? Oh, so it's like that.
Oh, yeah. Damn, damn, damn.
30 seconds remaining.
Nope.
Ouch! Right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No.
Blue wins.
How rude.
How rude.
Okay, that works. I want to get one of them, those HyperX mics. Those look pretty sick. And plus they're taller. Thinking about getting one of those.
That would be nice. We've got 5 people in here in the chat. Hello, 5 people lurking. How are you? Hope you're all having a wonderful evening.
Most definitely. Let's see.
Oh, did I tell you I watched that movie called Old by M. Night Shyamalan?
Who got a shout out?
No, I watched that new movie called Old by M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
It's very good.
Here's a little
Yes.
safety tip. Watch out for those over
Especially when a 6-year-old boy in one day turns into a 50-year-old man.
terrible thing to waste.
Yes. And impregnates an 8-year-old girl who ends up being like a 40-something-year-old, nearly 50 herself.
Oh.
And he survives and has to ring his auntie at the end of the day. And when the copper asks him, oh, how did she take it? He goes, well, how do you think she took it? The 6-year-old nephew's ringing saying, hey, how you going? I'm now 50 years old. He aged a whole day on the beach. Yep. It was interesting. So he was 6 years old, technically, but looked like a 50-year-old man.
Balls are shiny. Good lord.
But because he was good at decoding certain codes and shit, he worked out, there was a big fucking experiment, and one place that they didn't put cameras because the dude who's part of the scientific team that set it all up, he didn't like coral, so he had to hold his breath for quite a bit and swim through all this coral to escape. So that poor bastard lost 44 years of his life. One day he wasn't going to get it back. There was no way to reverse the process, unfortunately. So yeah, had to be much learn to be an adult for starters, and yeah, I was like, that's gotta suck, especially because he was only 6 years old when he arrived there. He ends up turning into a 50-year-old man. I'm like, fucking hell. He went through everything, pubescence and everything, really fast. They didn't even, like him and the little girl, they didn't even realise that they'd had sex. What they did was sex. Because they've still got the brain capacity of a 6-year-old and a, how old was the girl, 5 years old, 4 years old? Like, she's a little bit younger than him. And they hadn't realised that that's what they'd done, hence why he was showing pregnant belly. But she was like 9 months pregnant in a whole day. Pardon? No?
I'm trying to get the chat up. Hold on.
Well, there's 4. Well, there's not. They're not. It's saying there's 4 people watching, but they're not chatting.
Delay. It popped up. There we go.
They're not. No one's chatting. They're just lurking.
No, it's all good.
Having a lurking day today. How few people's relaxing lurking day.
I was just refreshing my chat page because it's kind of like separate from the stream apps. So I just wanted to make sure it was a working page. Ooh. Okay. Oh no, you better not. Oh, somebody's getting really aggressive. You gotta go there. You gotta go there. Okay, come on. Get hands. Nah. This mother effer. Oh, hell no. He just popped up like surprise. It's just... That was dirty. Oh yeah, go
It
for
was. It was the dirtiest player in the game, Ric Flair, baby.
You can't see me.
Woo! Make it ball.
And that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold said so.
That was my ass. That was my ass.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that's the thing. I sit down on the toilet.
Who's that? Which one's the wrestler that does the suck it move? I used to do that in high school. Like, where you X out your arms and you go suck it, like you hit your
Round two.
Oh, that was DX.
Yeah. I used to do that to my guy friends in high school, and they'll be like,
Suck it!
I know, we'll be saying it all loud. The teachers be like, "What did you just say?" "Oh, nothing." We're like, "Oh." They're like, "Suck what?" I'm like, "No, nothing. We're talking about wrestling stuff."
Suck it!
Oh, okay.
What is it?
What is it?
What is it?
Teacher said.
I said, what is it?
What is it? Yeah, I used to, I kid you not, so I had one of my guy friends, I asked him to pretend to slam me into the locker, right? And so right when I get up against the locker, I would slam it with my hand to make it sound real.
That was a bad idea.
And so I did that, and the teacher was like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" I was like, "Oh no, we're totally fine. We're just acting out wrestling moves." So you're having him like pretend to slam you up against the locker. Yes, ma'am. That's the point. It's fake wrestling. Okay. Well, you have a good day. She looked at me all strange. I'm like, "Thank you. You too." So it was pretty funny. And then one of the male teachers was like, "Honey, you shouldn't be doing that. That's not good. It makes it look like he's hitting you, but it's fake wrestling." I'm like, throwing my body up against the locker. Yes, but that's a no-no. I'm like, okay. Don't you ever watch wrestling? Yes, but I don't want to see that in the hall. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's not really slamming me up against the locker, but okay. But yeah, I used to say lines from different wrestlers, and I had a Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt, a talking one, and it had skulls at the bottom, and so every time you push a skull, he would say like different things, like deep headache, don't trust anybody, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. And then you hear like shatter glass, that was like another sound, and then he said like some other lines, but that was like my favorite wrestling shirt, and then someone stole my shirt. But I took the pack with me home all the time, because the wrestling shirt I wore for gym, we had gym class. But somebody stole my shirt, but I still have my Stone Cold pack. I actually still have it. It's in my little keepsake box.
Nice.
Blue takes the lead.
And I kid you not, it still works. I haven't even changed the battery.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
There was a lot of epic wrestlers back in the day. China was
Yes, there was.
China was my favorite female wrestler back in the day. She opened up a lot of doors for a lot of women that are wrestling today. She was one of a kind.
That she was.
Spooky, who are your favorite wrestlers now? Or actually,
Like the current bunch?
well, okay. So who are your favorite wrestlers back then, and who are your favorite wrestlers now?
Okay, back then, I'd have to say like The Rock, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Jericho, Sting. Who else has there been back in the day? Macho Man. Yeah. Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Owen Hart. I liked all those guys.
I know there's like a long list.
Out of today's crop, number one guy definitely has to be Kenny Omega. But I like John Moxley. Who else is there? Darby Allin. Damien Priest. Keith Lee. Karrion Kross. Finn Balor. Guys like that. Murderhawk Monster.
Blue wins.
He's a big Texan. He's wrestles in the AEW. He's got really cool plaited hair too. I like it.
Nice.
And I like a lot of Japanese wrestlers because they're fun to watch. Like Tanahashi and Okada and what's one Kenny Omega used to be termed with Ibushi. Yuji Nagata, a few good. Jushin Thunder Liger used to be a good Japanese wrestler back in the day. I think got some really good Mexican wrestlers too out there.
Nice.
Eddie Guerrero's daughter was wrestling for a little while, Charlotte Guerrero, but she found it wasn't really for her apparently. So.
Oh yeah, back in the day, Lita, that wrestled with the Hardy Boys. That was one of my girls too, back in the day.
Yeah, and I liked someone who came before China, Alundra Blaze.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
Looking right back down.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was known as Medusa in WCW. She was a really good wrestler back then. She was like one of the, back in her era, she was like one of the only females that actually had wrestling talent. Wasn't, like she was good looking too, but, and they did use her for her looks, but she was a very quality wrestler. She would easily fit into with today's women's wrestlers because of her talent. Same with someone like China, Trish Stratus, Lita. They all came a bit too early when it comes to, from a wrestling talent perspective. They all would have fitted in today's wrestling a lot better because they all each had ability in that ring between the ropes to tell a story and, as I said, actually wrestle.
Right.
No, they might not be as gifted as, say, someone as a Charlotte Flair or something like that, but they were still quite talented and more talented than most of the other women back in those times. Most of the other women really couldn't wrestle. They were there mainly for their eye candy.
Yeah.
You know, you had wrestlers like Kelly Kelly and stuff like that. They really,
Yeah, that's right.
they couldn't really wrestle. Like, they were all right, but they would generally be, you know, sloppy in the ring and stuff like that because they just didn't have the ability like others. And there wasn't as much focus back on women's wrestling as being something that was looked at as legit. They were kind of just looked at as more eye candy and put in, you know, superficial sexualized matches, you know, like bra and panties and pillow fights and mud wrestling and all that. Whereas today, now they're kind of taking centre stage and they're headlining pay-per-views, which never happened because all the women, majority of even today, are all good-looking women too, but all of them, for the most part, all have very good ability and putting on a really good wrestling match.
I love how some people in the... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were...
I was going to say, there's a girl going around now, she wrestles for a few companies, but I think it might actually be fully signed to AEW now and just making herself exclusive with that company, and she goes by the name of Thunder Rosa. She's Latino, and she's not very big, but yeah, she's quite talented. She's probably the best female wrestler in the world at the moment,
Oh, dang.
I would say, in my opinion. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, she pretty much has it all. She can talk on the microphone, she can wrestle in between the ropes. She's good at playing both a bad or a good character. Like, yeah, there's not a lot that she can't do. And that's why I would put her at the top of women's wrestling at the moment. even over people like Charlotte Flair and that, which is a pretty big praise to give somebody, but she's definitely earned that praise with the quality of matches I've been witnessing from her putting on with other women. I mean, you got some really good Asian, like Japanese and Chinese female talent too. They wrestle a stiffer style to the Americans, so they're a little bit more hardcore in the sense that they can actually take a good kick and punch because they work stiff. And that's why the Japanese style is called strong style, because when you come out of one of their matches, you really are feeling it. Well, you feel it after a match, so if you have a match in the WWE, you feel it, but it's just all choreographed and everything, and they're holding up on their punches and kicks because they're more about telling a story, whereas the Japanese take the wrestling side more seriously and treat it more as a sport than sports entertainment. That's why they, like when they're actually chopping and kicking over there, they're really chopping and kicking you. Like you get your chest gets lit up, goes red, your legs go red from the kicks, like you get bruised, you have the wind knocked out. They work a very stiff style. And that's why you find that when it comes to their style of wrestling, they usually do 1 or 2 shows a month. They don't do like WWE in that weekly shows or a few shows weekly, because their talent needs time to recoup, because their talent are hurting just like, you know, boxers and MMA fighters would be hurting after a fight, and usually they have, you know, a couple of months in between the next fight, you know, so they have enough time to heal and then train for the next fight. Yeah, well, Japanese do that same thing with their wrestling, because it's it probably is quite difficult to even get out of bed the next day with their style, because, as I said, they work so stiff. They're looking to go for as much realism as they possibly can without obviously knocking each other out in the match too early. So, yeah, when you get kicked over there or hit, you're gonna feel it.
That's true.
And that's why a lot of, there's been quite a lot of Americans that have gone over, but a lot of Americans don't go there because they just wouldn't be able to handle the style, the harder, stiffer style.
Right.
As I said, there's a lot that do, because they're interested, so they're obviously, if they're interested, they've done their homework and studied and know what they're about to put their bodies through when they go over there. So, like Chris Jericho has been over there because he wanted to. He knew from hearing from other American wrestlers that had gone over there, so he'd heard from their experience what he was in for. But like he said, he goes, you really don't understand until you get in a match there, and the minute you get backstage, if you sit down, that's it, you're done. You're not getting up. You're that sore. Yeah. He goes, you're tenfold sorer than what you would be after wrestling a match in WWE or AEW and stuff like that.
Wow.
Mm.
You're a goner. No. Get over here. Oh, you guys are there flying stuff. Okay.
Is this ball dude? No, that's a Coke ball, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it splatters. Oh, rude.
Oh damn. That went everywhere. Exploded everywhere, that did.
It did. Yes, indeedy.
Ooh.
I kind of freaking like. That was trippy.
Why?
Kind of like you're drunk when you get hit with it. You see bubbles all all over your face and stuff. That's funny.
Honey.
Oh my goodness.
That's funny, honey. Oh!
Uh-oh.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You kind of feel like you're kind of like, whoa.
It exploded in my hand.
Now where'd you go? Cheeky. Are you running? Oh, you're doing ring around the. Oh, he's trying to get it. Okay. He's trying to get up close to the person. Now where'd you go? Don't be trying to swat all over here.
Yeah.
Silly. Thank you to
Oh, dang.
those who are peekabooing, watching the stream, hanging out with us. Appreciate your time. Hopefully you guys are having a good morning, day, or night wherever you are in the world. You kind of missed me there.
Yeah.
Oh, did.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I missed the soda. I want to be all discombobulated with that soda hitting me now. Get hit by a car next. What the? I'm trying to push somebody. Get. Oh.
You ran into a wall, I had the birdies. Ah, yeah. Think about it, get whoopsie in my barrel.
Whoopsie you.
Ooh, I've got to get ready here in a minute. I didn't even realise the time. Having too much fun. Spooky's got to go looking at a new house. Go to new houses. They've got to go look at new houses. Wish me luck, people. Hopefully this one doesn't have a shit stained 60s carpet rag in the living room.
Psychedelic, baby.
Psychedelic, eat your heart out. I like it. Bright green carpet. Good God.
Alright, folks. This is the end of my stream. My apologies on the technical difficulties. Now that I have that out the way, tomorrow should go a lot smoother. Thank you, Spooky, for taking the time to stream this wonderful and addicting game with me.
It's a pleasure, my darling.
And thank you to the viewers for being patient. You stuck around during all that chaos and watching the rest of the stream. Thank you for your time always, and I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, morning, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Stay metal, stay beautiful, stay awesome, stay you. Peace.